Former WWE Champion John Cena says he failed his first promo as a heel on WWE television in Belgium earlier this year, but was the entirety of his run as a heel a failure too? AJ Styles makes a stunning appearance at AAA's TripleMania show, attacking Dominic Mysterio and costing him the AAA Mega title. AEW wrestler Konosuke Takeshita defeats Evil and wins the New Japan G1 Climax tournament. Finn Balor brings out a Demon King puppet at TripleMania, and you can already purchase the puppet online. Flammer retains the AAA Reina de Reinas title in a match that also involved WWE superstar Natalya. Rey Mysterio inducts Conan into the AAA Hall of Fame and does acknowledge chance for Alberto El Patron. Los Garza are no longer the AAA Tag Team Champions. Omos makes his debut in AAA, winning a major match. Hio D. Dr. Wagner Jr. is the brand new AAA Latin American champion. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match is confirmed for Forbidden Door. Ace Austin makes his AEW debut last night on Collision. Mina Shirakawa returns to AEW TV on Collision last night. Harley Cameron once again re-emerges on Collision. Stokely wears Bandito's mask. And New Japan Pro Wrestling President Hiroshi Tanahashi will be competing this week on AEW Dynamite. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Before we begin, you can see right there, we are just now less than 240 subscribers away from 24,000, getting closer to our goal of 25k in 2025 here on Wrestling News 365. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Let's begin with John Cena, of course, back to being a babyface on WWE television. Does that mean his run as a heel in WWE was a failure? Well, he admits that his first promo after his heel turn was a flop. John Cena, of course, shocked the world at WWE Elimination Chamber, turning heel on Cody Rhodes and aligning with The Rock and Travis Scott. Cena was off television for weeks until the March 17th episode of WWE Raw, where he gave a lengthy explanation for his actions. Cena got a mixed reaction from the crowd in Belgium, who still wanted to cheer their hero. Speaking at Fan Expo Chicago, Cena was asked if he was upset over the reaction. Quote, "I wasn't upset. No, I failed," he said. Nothing wrong with that. You can learn from failure, right? I went up there and I bombed. Shit happens. Now, before WWE SummerSlam this month, Cena dropped the heel act and said that the moment was done to create shocking television, but then he was left to pick up the pieces when The Rock and Travis Scott seemingly never returned. Of course, John Cena is set to face Logan Paul at WWE Clash in Paris later on this month. So, do you agree? Was that promo a failure? Was his entire heel run a failure? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. Now, before we get on to the events coming out of AAA's TripleMania show last night, first, we've got to talk about NordVPN. This video has been created in collaboration with NordVPN. Now, right now, WWE just announced a brand new United States media rights deal that will see all of their PLEs head to ESPN's new streaming service beginning in 2026. And there's a bit of uncertainty about how much that's going to cost you, the consumer, and how much you could be charged to watch WWE PLEs beginning in 2026. Meanwhile, over here in the UK, we get to watch every episode of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, every single PLE, including WrestleMania, SummerSlam, the Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series, plus a selection of WWE archive shows as part of our regular Netflix subscription. We also get to watch episodes of Saturday Night's Main Event on YouTube for free, and you can too with NordVPN. All you have to do is get a plan with NordVPN and have a virtual private network. What's that? Well, this is a service that protects your internet connection and privacy online. VPNs create an encrypted tunnel for your data, protect your online identity by hiding your IP address, and allow you to use public Wi-Fi hotspots safely. This allows you to change your location to countries all over the world, including here in the UK. Therefore, you can have access to programs on streaming services like Netflix and YouTube that won't be available to you in your country. Therefore, you can join the rest of us and watch episodes of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and WWE PLEs as part of your regular Netflix subscription. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself a plan with NordVPN by scanning the QR code on the screen or clicking the link in the video description or the pinned comment in the comment section. Right now, you can get up to 72% off and an Amazon gift card too. The bigger the plan, the bigger the reward. Scan the QR code, click the link in the video description or the pinned comment in the comment section and get NordVPN today. Now let's go to TripleMania. Of course, headlining AAA's TripleMania 33 was a four-way match for the AAA Mega Championship. El Hijo del Vikingo put his title up for grabs against El Grande Americano, Dragon Lee, and WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. El Grande Americano sang his entrance song to the ring, and the crowd sang along with him. Before Vikingo's entrance, he got a pep talk from his father, King Vikingo, and Rey Mysterio. The crowd booed Vikingo during his entrance and throughout the match. Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JD McDonough came to ringside in an attempt to assist Dominic. They were fought off by LWO's Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. There came a point when Dominic inserted a metal plate into the mask he wore. He laid out Dragon Lee with a headbutt and proceeded to hit a frog splash. When he had Lee pinned, a masked individual pulled the referee out of the ring. That person revealed himself to be AJ Styles. Styles gave Dominic a Styles clash, and Vikingo proceeded to climb to the top rope to hit his finisher and retain the Mega Championship. Now let's talk about Konosuke Takeshita in New Japan Pro Wrestling. We have a brand new first-time winner of the prestigious G1 Climax tournament as AEW's Konosuke Takeshita defeated Evil in the finals of the 2025 edition of the competition to win the match, the G1 Climax 35 prize, and earn a shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship inside the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom next year. Things started steady with a feeling out process and a test of strength, though it wasn't long until the House of Torture made their presence felt as Dick Togo led an attack on Takeshita as Evil distracted the referee. Evil took advantage, working Takeshita's knee until he managed to fend off the House of Torture thanks to some help from some of the young Lions. This allowed Takeshita to hit some offense on Evil, such as a Yakuza and cross-face chicken wing, until the referee was pulled out by Ren Narita. Zack Sabre Jr. came down to the ring to even the odds and take out Narita, clearing the field to allow a fair and square match. The pair began trading faster-paced offense and near falls, hitting suplexes, pile drivers, lariats, and locking in submissions. A Darkness Falls got just a 2 count for Evil as Takeshita continued to evade and counter everything is Evil. Takeshita then gained some control with a Blue Thunder Bomb. Evil continued to try and take out Takeshita's knee, though the AEW man kept fighting on just one leg, and even managed to kick out of a low blow, the move Evil used the night prior to reach the finals. As was the case throughout, Takeshita countered everything as Evil, nailing Evil with a last ride. Evil tried to survive, but Takeshita was relentless as he hit a massive punch and raging fire to win the match and begin a post-match celebration. Now, you would think with Forbidden Door coming up, and it's a cross-promotional pay-per-view with New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW, and Evil, of course, being featured prominently in New Japan, you would see Evil in AEW. Well, we've got some more details as to why we've never seen Evil compete in All Elite Wrestling. Now, Evil, of course, competed in the G1 finals, much to the chagrin of quite a few wrestling fans around the globe. Throughout the day, following the confirmation of Evil versus Konosuke Takeshita in the G1 finals, there were some unusual talking points about AEW somehow encouraging Evil to be in the finals. When Fightful say they asked about that, they say they were told that couldn't be further from the truth. Very bluntly, Fightful were pointed to Evil's lack of history in All Elite Wrestling and the fact he had not ever been booked in AEW. Fightful say they were outright told that Tony Khan had never particularly been a fan of his work, which is why he hadn't been booked for AEW, Forbidden Door, or even Ring of Honor. After that, it was noted that Tony Khan doesn't control or affect how the G1 is booked, especially with Evil going to the finals. Now, Fightful aren't sure where that rumor or talking point even really emerged from. Evil actually does have an extended history in Ring of Honor and wrestled there on and off for about 5 years or so between 2014 and 2019, but has never been booked for the promotion since Tony Khan purchased it in 2022. Now, going back to TripleMania last night, one of the big talking points was the Finn Balor Puppet. A win on the board for the Judgment Day at TripleMania. A mixed tag team match was promoted for AAA TripleMania. It saw Mr. Iguana, Nino Hamburguesa, and NXT's Lola Vice clashing with the Judgment Day's Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Raquel Rodriguez, who were accompanied to the ring by Roxanne Perez. As the match was ongoing, Balor brought out a Demon King puppet to fight with Mr. Iguana's La Yesca. Balor's puppet ate iguanas. Nino entered the picture and offered Balor a hamburger, and Balor took a bite. Towards the back end of the bout, Roxanne Perez pushed Lola Vice off the top rope, but she then jetted to ringside to go after Perez. While aiming for Perez, Hydra took a swing, but Perez ducked it, and the shot landed on Vice. La Hydra shrugged it off and continued chasing after Perez. Vice was down on the mat, and Raquel Rodriguez capitalized to secure the win for the Judgment Day. Now, of course, this is WWE, so that means one thing: merchandise. Fans saw Finn Balor debut what is being now called as Demonito at AAA TripleMania. Now fans can get their own Demonito, as the puppet is available on WWE Shop. The replica puppet is being sold for $99.99. Flammer retained the AAA Reina de Reinas title at TripleMania, but there was a post-match dust-up between Natalya and Apache. A three-way match for the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship was on the bill for AAA TripleMania 33. The champion, Lady Flammer, put her title on the line against Fabi Apache and WWE's Natalya. Natalya entered with her Bloodsport Natty presentation and was accompanied by security guards. The match concluded with Flammer rolling up Apache to retain her championship. Apache's foot was on the rope, but the referee did not see it. Flammer has held the championship since August 2023, and it was her sixth defense of the bout. Post-match, Apache approached Natalya and shoved her. The two then got into a scuffle before the referee separated them. There could be more to come in the future, you think, of Bloodsport Natty in AAA. Rey Mysterio, we spoke about it earlier on. He appeared last night at TripleMania. Conan, though, has taken his place in the AAA Hall of Fame. It was advertised for AAA TripleMania 33 that Rey Mysterio would be appearing to induct his longtime friend Conan into the AAA Hall of Fame. In 2023, of course, Conan inducted Mysterio into the WWE Hall of Fame. Mysterio spoke about their friendship and how important Conan is to Lucha Libre. There was a point when the crowd in the arena began chanting for Alberto El Patron. He responded by telling the crowd to hold on and that he would bring Alberto. Mysterio kicked it over to a video package for Conan, which featured the likes of R-Truth, Norman Smiley, and Brian Road Dogg James. When it came time for Conan's speech, someone in the crowd was heckling him. He called them a clown and told the individuals to sit down. Before wrapping up, Conan showed love to Rey Mysterio, late AAA founder Antonio Pina, and thanked the fans. We have brand new AAA Tag Team Champions following TripleMania last night. The second championship match of the night at TripleMania was a street fight for the AAA World Tag Team Championships. Los Garza put their titles on the line against the duo of Psycho Clown and Pagano. The conclusion of the match saw Pagano wrap a barbed wire around Berto's body. He then took off and flipped onto Angel on the outside of the ring. Psycho Clown then delivered a Spanish fly off the top rope on Berto. That secured him and Pagano the win, and they are the new AAA World Tag Team Champions. Post-match, Murder Clown, Dave the Clown, and Monster Clown entered the ring to celebrate. Now, a must. We had heard about this, it had been rumoured, and last night it was proved to be true. Starting the in-ring action at AAA TripleMania 33 was the Copper Bard Hal Battle Royal. Among the names who took part in the match were WWE superstar Amos. It was his first WWE-related appearance since he competed in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal in April of 2024. After being out of the ring for the remainder of 2024, Amos returned to in-ring action under the Pro Wrestling Noah banner and went on to win the GHC Tag Team Championships. He wrapped up with the promotion after relinquishing the GHC Tag title. During the Copper Bard Hal, Amos had a moment with Microman and ended up dropping the mini luchador with a big boot. The final four in the Battle Royal were Amos, Micha Wolf, La Parca, and Octagon Jr. The final two came down to Amos and La Parca, and it was Amos coming out with the victory. Now, we did actually see Otis from WWE also participate in the Battle Royal as well. We saw Tarus. Now, many people were saying, well, is this the AEW wrestler that's competing in there? No, that's not the case. AAA just owns the character, and after signing with AEW, the Beast Mortos had to switch to a different name. It's now a different person, now going by Taurus in AAA as well. Now, we saw a brand new AAA Latin American champion last night as well. The first championship match on the bill at AAA TripleMania was for the AAA Latin American Championship. The bout saw El Macias defending against El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. Macias was accompanied to the ring by AAA director Dorian Roldan, and Roldan constantly interfered in the match. Dr. Wagner, the father of the challenger, was ringside, and there came a point where he got into a heated argument with Macias, while Macias was beating on his son, Dr. Wagner, and ended up getting physically involved and punched Dorian Roldan to the floor. Dr. Wagner Jr. went on to capture the Latin American Championship. It was his first title win in AAA. His father got into the ring to hand his son the signature mask and his newly won title. Switching over to AEW here, and Nigel McGuinness will be competing next weekend for a major championship at Forbidden Door. During the August 16th AEW Collision, former Ring of Honor World Champion Nigel McGuinness defeated Lee Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, and Hechicero to earn the opportunity to challenge Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship at the upcoming Forbidden Door pay-per-view. After the match, Nigel requested that Daniel Garcia be in his corner for the match. Garcia accepted the offer via a handshake. Garcia and Nigel had previously teamed at AEW Double or Nothing, losing to FTR. For the first time ever, Nigel will face Zack in a dream match for technical wrestling fans, of course, taking place in their native England. Ace Austin is All Elite. We found that out a few days ago, and he has now made his AEW debut. On the August 16th episode of AEW Saturday Night Collision, Ace Austin made his in-ring debut for AEW. The former TNA X Division champion lost to Ricochet in his debut. However, he showed up and showed out. Ultimately, he succumbed to the numbers game with the Gates of Agony's Bishop Korn and Toa Leona ringside to help Ricochet secure the win, which he did with the Spirit Gun. It was confirmed just a few days prior on August 14th when the show was taped that Austin had now signed with the company. Mina Shirakawa is back on AEW television. Mina Shirakawa was coming to kick off the August 16th episode of AEW Collision. The show kicked off with AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm addressing her opponent for Forbidden Door, Athena. Athena arrived to attack Storm alongside Billy Starks. Athena and Starks were ready to do a number on Storm when Mina Shirakawa returned and confronted Athena. While Athena was backing away from her opponent for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship at Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor, Storm dropped Starks inside the ring. Storm then reunited with her old friend Mina, and they immediately fell into mutual displays of affection. Harley Cameron re-emerged last night on AEW Collision. Harley Cameron made her return on August 16th during AEW Collision, proudly revealing her new mask. After Chris Statlander defeated Penelope Ford, Anna Jay and Julia Hart, of course as well, Tekla and Sky Blue entered the ring to attack Chris. Queen Aminata, Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford also came to the ring, resulting in a massive brawl. Eventually, Harley ran down with a board wrapped with a chain, and Megan Bayne quickly exited the ring. During the August 9th episode of AEW Collision, Harley appeared in a vignette where she watched footage of Megan Bayne breaking her nose. Harley hasn't wrestled since the May 28th episode of AEW Dynamite, where she allegedly, in storyline, suffered her injury. Stokely stole a mask last night on AEW Collision. FTR intensified their feud with Brody King and Bandido by doing something extremely disrespectful to the Luchador. Cash Wheeler and Dax Howard attacked Brody backstage on the August 16th episode of AEW Collision. It was revealed they had already unmasked the Ring of Honor World Champion as well in the process, and Stokely was proudly showing off his mask. The brawl would then spill out to the ring, and as FTR would lay out King and Bandido, the segment ended with Stokely hiding his bald head under the mask of the Ring of Honor World Champion. FTR and Bandido will wrestle in the finals of the Tag Team Tournament to crown new top contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championships on this coming week's episode of AEW Dynamite. Speaking of which, there will also be a match involving New Japan Pro Wrestling President Hiroshi Tanahashi. Hiroshi Tanahashi will have his final match in Scotland on the August 20th episode of AEW Dynamite. It was announced during the August 16th AEW Collision that Hiroshi Tanahashi will wrestle on the next episode of Dynamite. He'll team with Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight against the Death Riders trio of Wheeler Yuta, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. That won't be the only thing Moxley is doing, as he will be engaging in a face-to-face confrontation with Will Ospreay. Hangman Adam Page will also be making an appearance on the card. But there you go, guys. Latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.